Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Okay, so today we're going to talk about depression. Because a lot of people are going through depressed times. A lot of people are mentally depressed. A lot of people are just frustrated and they are depressed, okay? Some people are going into mental institutions and getting help and treatment, okay? Depression is a big thing going on in America. Okay? And that's got to worry you because America is strong, right? Right now it is. America has a high dollar, and people are depressed more than ever. There's more technology, there's more things to do than ever before, and people are depressed. Can you imagine when the dollar, which is doing now, starts to fall? Ain't that, it won't, I'm telling you guys, this is why we got to talk about this, because the dollar is falling, right? It's already down a lot this year already, and it's going to continue to go down. But we have technology everywhere. We got all this stuff to do. We got many activities that people can do to enjoy themselves, and people are depressed everywhere. One of the reasons why a lot of people are depressed is because when they go to the doctor gives them prescriptions. They don't give them natural ways to cope with things. They give them prescriptions. They give you pills and pills and pills. They're not giving you herbs like natural herbs, or they're not giving you organic herbs, or they're not giving you plants and things of that nature, or ways to cope with things. They're just giving you pills. So majority of Americans are on pills, and they're wondering why they can't defeat the things that they're going through in life, because you're on pills. So you're not defeating the problem. You're just coping with it. The pill makes you cope with the problem, but it's not defeating the problem. Okay, so. And a lot of times when people are depressed, it's spiritual. It's not physical. And I know a lot of you guys try to use physical means to defeat things, and it's just not going to work. It's never worked in the history of mankind, and it'll never work. Because this world is spiritual. It's not physical. How many times do people have to tell you guys that? I know a lot of you guys think, oh man, I'm depressed right now, and if I can will my way to not being depressed, well, you might be able to do that for a day or two, but what happens to your body that is physical? It starts to get tired. It starts to deteriorate because you're trying to will your way to not being depressed. And then eventually you get tired and you lose out, and then you're back to being depressed maybe 3-4 days later. Because it's spiritual, not physical. Okay? So you got to deal. I'm going to tell you about the physical way, to how you deal with depression as well and get out of that. But you have to deal with the spiritual way of depression first. Okay? And how do you defeat anything? Well, didn't God already tell us? Didn't the Father already tell us how to defeat things? Didn't Yeshua, Jesus Christ, tell us how to defeat things? You fast and pray. That's how you defeat things. That's how you defeat these demons that are in you, making you depressed, because that's all it is demons that are making you depressed. That's all it is. You know? You have to fast and pray. If you're really going through depression and depression is taking over your life, fasting and praying is your solution. It's not mental institutions and pills. It's fasting and praying because it's spiritual. You're not fighting something in the physical realm. You're fighting something in the spiritual realm. And that's the problem with many people in the world. They think they are fighting something in the physical, but it's really spiritual. You can't see depression. You can't outbox depression. So why do you think depression is physical when it's in your mind? It's spiritual. So you have to defeat it in the spiritual way. Okay? And I know a lot of you guys don't like to pray. You don't like to read your Bible. You don't like to fast and pray. You don't like to go without food and just drink water, or just do a fast, 3-day fast with no water and no food. But if you're depressed, that's one of the ways that you can defeat depression. It's fasting and praying. Okay? So, that is the physical, that is the spiritual side of it, right? And then you have a physical side, okay? The physical way to beat depression that people don't even know about. You know why a lot of people are depressed? Let's go with that first. You know why a lot of people are depressed? I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to think about why people are depressed. Okay, 3 seconds is up. People are depressed because they're not helping other people. Let me repeat that, because that just went over a lot of you guys' heads, and some of you guys, a light bulb just went off. People are depressed because they're not helping other people. Yeah, that's why a lot of people are depressed. They feel like they're worthless because they feel like they can't help others. Ain't that something? So because you feel like you're worthless, because you feel like you can't help others, you then become depressed because you don't feel like you are worth anything in life. So how do you fix that? Well, you just reverse it. You start to help people regardless if they like it or not. You start to do charity work. You start to go to the Boys and Girls Club and give your time. You start to mentor people. You start to go to football practices and help the children and kids put their uniforms on. Make sure they have the uniforms. Go through the drills with them, with the coaches. Maybe even become an assistant coach on a basketball team, soccer team, or your kids' sporting team. How about you might just start cleaning the house? You might take out the trash without people telling you that you need the trash needs to be taken out. You start cleaning the bathrooms when you see that they're dirty. You clean the kitchen. You make yourself contribute yourself to the world. Then you start to feel like you're worth something. You know what I mean? You go out there and you do charity work, and you feed the homeless, and you take care and you clothe the homeless, and you do things of that nature. That's how you defeat depression on the physical side. On the spiritual side, you have to fast and pray to break those demons that are inside of you. But on the physical side, you go out there and you make yourself worthless. You make yourself worthy. Instead of feeling worthless, you make yourself known. And then for those that are even more technology savvy, you vlog it on YouTube. So not only are you out there feeling good about yourself and you're helping people, and now you're vlogging, so now you're becoming a YouTube star. And you're vlogging your day. You're vlogging your day as you go out to help this charity and that charity and that charity, and you're vlogging it on your daily vlogs. And you monetize it, and then now you're making money. So you're not only did you go from being depressed, but you went from not being depressed anymore, getting out there, participating in drills or participating in helping the homeless or charities or doing good in the community, and not only that, now you're vlogging these things, and now you're making money on YouTube. Are you going to be depressed any longer? No. You see what I'm saying? So you got a physical way of depression, then you got a spiritual way of depression. You have to really defeat the spiritual way first, though. Because even with the success, even if you do start vlog and if you do charity work, the spiritual side is still going to be there. and they could still haunt you from day to day or every other week. Because demons don't care what you do at charity stuff. So, but it will set your mind, you'll have a better mindset, okay? But they will still be there. So you have to defeat that spiritual side first, okay? And it's not going to be by pills. It's not going to even be by plants and herbs. That comes after. It's going to be by praying. It's going to be by fasting and praying. That's how you defeat things, when you fast and pray. Okay, so fasting and praying is the key of life. We say it over and over again. I don't know, it's unbelievable that nobody does this. Nobody does. A lot of people don't fast and pray for some reason. I don't get it. I don't know. Fasting and praying is what you're supposed to do. That is the key of life. That is the key to breaking bondage and chains and all types of things that you're going through in life. And then you find the solutions on the physical side, and which, as we already talked about, it's starting to just make yourself worthy. Do things without your wife or your mother, your dad, or whatever the case may be, your stepmom or your aunts tell you have to do it. Just do things. If the dishes are in the sink, wash them. Start the dishwasher, vacuum the floor, sweep the floor, clean the bathroom, clean your room. Do all the types of things you're supposed to do. So people can then come out and be like, oh, wow, thanks, And when you start hearing thank you, that makes you feel like you're doing better. And then you get out there and you start to do, and you start to do things for your community. That will put a smile on your face when you're clothing the homeless and feeding the homeless and going this and you're talking to people about their journey and how they became homeless or how they became this or how they became that. Then you might go to schools and you might talk to the children in high school or middle schools about what their future goals are, what they want to do in life, and you're helping out. That breaks depression. You know that, right? People are depressed because they're not helping others. I mean, just look around the world. People are depressed because they're not helping others. When you don't help people, then you become depressed. That's just plain and simple. But, a lot of people don't think like that, and they don't look at it that way. So they go and they run to a doctor who gives them pills. You're still not helping people. You're just taking pills now. So now you're taking pills and you're still depressed. And you haven't fought it, and you're not fighting it in the spiritual realm. So then you're getting hit with pills, still depressed, and you're not fighting, and the spiritual side is not being fought either. So then you're just going in. Then you become it becomes a nightmare. You see, and then you have to go into a mental institution and all types of other things, and people think you're just crazy. And then you want to, commit suicide and all the things of that. But it all started with you not defeating it on the physical side. And then you're not going out there and helping people. You're not turning on your computer and helping people. You're not turning your phone on and helping people. You're not going to your local places around the malls, the schools, or whatever the case may be. And you're not helping people. We're supposed to help people. That's what human beings are supposed to do. Every day we're supposed to help you. If you're giving advice, you're actually helping physically. You're changing a tire. You're stopping on the road to assist people. Where you're helping an old lady cross the road, or you're helping somebody in the store. Every single day we help people. human beings help each other. Now, imagine a world where human beings don't help each other. It would be a depressed world, wouldn't it? Because you're supposed to your body and the way you're put together, you're supposed to help people. Especially if you're Christ-like. We're supposed to help people every day, all day long. Okay? So when you're depressed, it's a spiritual thing first. You got to defeat the spiritual side. Okay? And then you have to start helping people. Because that's what makes you feel good. When you help people. When you don't help people, you don't feel good. Okay? So wanted to take some time out and talk about depression because a lot of people in America especially are depressed. Now here's something that's interesting is because a lot of people in America are depressed. And you have freedom, wealth, you got the United States dollar, you got the world's baddest military, and a lot of people in America are depressed. But then when you go to South Africa, North Africa, you go to let's say South America and all the other places, people are happy. People a lot of them don't even have clean water, and they got smiles on their faces. Ain't that something? You got everything here in America. You got the opportunity to make money. You got the opportunity to do everything. And most of Americans are depressed. You go to the other countries, they don't have opportunity to do anything. And they're not depressed. Just think about that. They walk around and they're happy, even though they have to drink dirty water. They're happy. They sing, they dance on their own. They don't need iTunes and Beats by Dre and all this wicked stuff. They don't need any of that. They make their own music. They make their own dances, their own culture. They make their own happiness. And they help each other survive. Here in America, we you see it every day. Somebody's out there struggling or sitting on the side of the road and they're cold. Man, 1 million people walk by that person without even offering a sweatshirt. And you think to yourself, why are Americans so depressed? Because they don't help people. They're not helping people. It's all about themselves. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to talk about that. So there you go. I did. And I want to wish everybody the best, and I want to wish everybody happy Sabbath, Shalom, because today's the last day of the week. Tomorrow starts the first day of the week. And my Lord said, keep the Sabbath day holy, which is the last day of the week, not the first day of the week. I don't worship the sun god, which they call Sunday. and you know what's interesting? A lot of people, like, when you say stuff like that, a lot of people get angry. Why do they get angry, though? Because they were taught a certain way. They were taught religion. That's why people get it. I'm not saying you're going that because you worship on Sunday, because we're supposed to worship every day. But I'm not so you know what I mean? So it's like the Lord says keep my Sabbath holy, which is Saturday, because it's the last day of the week. And when you tell that to some people, because of the religion and then the brainwashing that they've been taught, they get offended by that. Ain't that something? That's why Christ ran from religion. Because boy, they will drill, they will brainwash you to the point where you get mad over simple things that don't line up with your religion. Ain't that something? You don't want the truth. People, a lot of people in religion don't like the truth at all. Have you noticed that? They get very angry. Even this is the simplest thing is Saturday is the last day of the week. Sunday starts the beginning of the week. And they won't even they will actually unfriend you and block you on social media because you just said that statement. It's unbelievable. But that's the world we live in. And it's pretty sad that the elites can do that to people. And that's why I call this Eyes Open Media. So we can talk about things like that. And so that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are depressed and going through depression, and it's a spiritual thing, and you have to break that spiritual bondage and chains that you're going through with fasting and praying, and then on the physical side, how do you make yourself better? You start helping people. And you start giving yourself to people and giving yourself to your community and charities, or if you're online and you do things online, you just help people online. You start giving out good messages and good vibes to people and helping people out. That's a way. That's how you cure depression. You help people. And that brings a smile. It don't matter who you are. I don't care how demonic you are. Even evil people smile from time to time. Okay, so even the hardest people in jail smile when somebody brings them an extra biscuit. They like, thanks, boss. It's because somebody helped them out. And they feel appreciated by it. All right, so that's it. Eyes open, and let's stay vigilant, and let's stay with our eyes open. And you guys have a great Sabbath. I'm out, man. I can talk forever, but I'm out, man. All right, peace.